Welcome, Prowl Nation. It's lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by Lions Nation Unite and Team 84 for Herman Moore. All right. Today we got Lions versus Ravens. We're going to give you a little bit on that. But first, let me bring in my main man, the man of Steele himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. As always, you know what you got to do, man. Be a part of the march to 10,000. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, get on the bus, ride this train, Wayne, and go ahead and join this party on the march to 10,000 subscribers to us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Hey, be a part of Prowl Nation. But it's time to bring in that third man of the crew. Y'all know him. The ladies love him. It's LL Cool Tawrence. What's up, my man?
What's up? What's up? Good morning, Proud Nation. Let's go.
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, people. And now we've got Lions versus Ravens, the preview for this week's game. And what do you got for me, Curt?
All right. So this game has a kind of a personal connotation to me. Of course, everybody knows I'm from Flint. I'm a Flintstone. But my wife is from Charm City. She's from Be More Careful. I've been to Baltimore plenty of times up there visiting. So all my in-laws, all my family up there on that side of the family is Ravens fans. And yeah, it's going to be, I've been getting hell from those guys for years. Every time they come and beat up on the Lions or we go there and they beat up on us. So it's going to be a rough one. Here's my deal. We're going to have to play more controlled on both sides of the ball, less margin for error. You can't, let these guys get out in there and control that run game. Even with all those running backs out, they just bringing guys in, shuffling them in, and their best running back plays behind the center. Lamar Jackson is their best runner. I've watched, him from afar for a while, just kind of, checking him out. I watched him even in college, and that guy was amazing even back then. So to see what he's doing in the league now is not a surprise to me, but right. I think help is on the way. I think we'll talk about later on in the show, but I think help is on the way for the Lions because we're going to, change the focus and the shift of the team where we're going to, get a little bit younger. I know we're going to address that later, but you look at this Ravens offense, man, high-powered running attack, and that tight end they got is a beast. Andrews. If we had a problem with Tunyon, we damn sure gonna have some problems with Andrews because that guy right there, he's better than Tunyon. So, I mean, he's one of those guys. He's always up there in the league in receptions by a tight end, touchdowns. That's one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets in the red zone. So you look at those guys, and then you got the speedy wide receivers they have on the outside, the Hollywood Brown, and some of the other guys. Man, they can fly down the field. They got Sammy Watkins over there that came over from the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is a matchup nightmare for the Lions as far as, our young defense. We're going to have to, play hard, play rough. I don't think they're any more challenging than the Green Bay Packers with Devontae Adams. I won't say that. But they have a lot more speed on the outside than the Packers do. So, I mean, the Packers are more disciplined. They're technicians, and that's how they can get open. But these guys in Baltimore, they just absolutely fly down the field, and we're going to have to be able to keep up with those guys. But it's going to be a tough go here on Sunday at Ford Field, behind me, it's going to be one of those tough matchups. We're going to have to go out there and play hard, play tough. The offensive line is going to have to hold. That defense is always after the quarterback. That's just a staple of John Harbaugh's team. He always has a good defense, and they get after the quarterback all the time. If we can exploit them in the run game, we have a chance. If we exploit them in the run game and then use the play action pass, because they have some people down in their defense as well. Their top corner, Marcus Peters, he's out. He had torn ACL, so we have to exploit.
Too. Well, he might play, but he got a back injury or something like that.
Okay, yeah, we can exploit some holes, but we have to play control. We have to keep the ball, and we just gonna have to play a balanced attack, run, pass, You know, hell, I don't care if you dink and dunk for freaking 55 yards. Shit, get in the end zone. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And keep this is the same. It's the same formula as we had with Aaron Rodgers. Keep number 8 on the sideline.
Yeah, it is. There's a few things to this game. At least it's not going to rain. That's one good thing.
Yeah.
Unless they turn the air off in the
condensers.
field.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's one thing. Number 2, here's something that the Lions do every single year. It seems like they beat the one team that they have no business beating. You know, it's possible it's this game. I'm looking forward to a long afternoon. Get the alcohol ready. I think it's going to be tough sledding. I really do. Like Curt mentioned the tight end. The running game is really solid for them. It's going to be very hard for this defense to stop. The one good thing is it looks like we might be starting Derek Barnes. That's a big plus for us. We just need to get this defense. We need to get the young fella more reps. So that's going to happen probably in this game. But outside of that, there probably won't be many bright spots. So I'll let you know. What do you got, LL?
I'm along the same lines with you guys. It's probably going to be a long one, but I feel like this is a game that we can win. I think that to echo what Curt said, that we can exploit some of the injuries that they have. You know, we have injuries too, but that's been the headlines for them mostly this year, has been injuries. So, one thing that probably could help us is that their passing attack isn't that deadly, I guess. You know, the passing attack, but everything outside of the passing attack is. So, but let's see. You know, it's been a few of those games in a row. Maybe the 2 games before this one could have or should have prepared us, to watch the run game. You know, lots of pulling and kicking and swinging and eye candy all over the place. So you just gotta remain disciplined. You guys too. Both of you guys have alluded to that. There may be a new presence in the middle. So hopefully that'll help us out with all of that eye candy and everything else. So I think we do have a chance. We gotta if we do. They got to realize that we have a chance and take it. Yeah.
I think for really the issue that could be, that could work for us. We're playing strong up front on the defensive line. So that could be a plus for us, in that run game. We've been playing strong. Aleem McNeil, Nick Williams, actually surprising the hell out of people and doing that stuff. So we get our, keeping that run game, like I said, the eye candy, got to keep discipline, especially that young secondary in the run game, because they run every angle that you can imagine with those guys. They run in the middle, they run off the tackles, they run wide. So you have to be
everybody run it.
Everybody
run it from everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be able to tackle too and wrap up.
You got to get those guys.
We're hitting
That's
way too high.
Good point.
Yeah,
good point.
And like I said, the passing game is not prolific, but don't be fooled. Because that guy he can toss the rock, so you give him a chance, he gonna sling it on you. You just have to keep those. This is going to be one of those games you have to set the edges. You're gonna have to set them, because if you don't, he gonna be out the gate.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson get out the gate real fast on the edges if you let him. And it's just one of those things is going to be where you're going to have to play discipline. The margin of error, like I said, is going to be very, very small, very, very minute. But if we can, like I said, control the clock and keep him on the sidelines, and
it's only so much
I don't care.
Dink
and dunk it down the field. You don't have to push the ball down the field, even though you can. But my thing is, why would you even want that guy on the field if you can keep him on the sidelines?
Yeah.
But hey, it's going to be an interesting game. Here's my deal. Can it be the letdown game? Can't we get the letdown game? They just beat the Chiefs. So maybe we can get the letdown game. And that's the first time that the Kansas City Chiefs and I think Patrick Mahomes has lost to an AFC North team. That's the first time in his career he's lost to an AFC North team. And maybe we can get that letdown game, you know what I'm saying? So they looking past us to somebody else, and we can go in there and shock the world, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens. Like Jim said, sometimes we just beat the teams that we're not supposed to. It happened a few years ago when the Patriots came into town and we rolled their behinds right out of Ford Field. So
I usually say that's the most Lions thing that can happen.
That is the most Lions thing that can actually happen. Hey, if you like this content, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. We love bringing you the content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. We really appreciate it. So if you like seeing this and you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. Man, that thing is free 99 free, and if you need some more free, it's 50 free cent. So it's time to ask Jim, what is your family discussion topic for today?
My simple question is, who you got, Lions or Ravens? This is the show before the actual game because we have Free for All Friday tomorrow. So who you got? Lions or Ravens? That's the simple question today. And if you do like the video and the content that we're bringing to you, please subscribe if you haven't already. We're on that march to 10,000 subscribers, and it's a really big deal for us. So really appreciate your help there. All right, my news and rumors topic. Who called it? Come on now.
You did. So, I gave you the credit yesterday. Definitely when I said that it was all about his effort and not what he can do on the field, because what he was not doing is showing any effort.
Absolutely not. But there's a rumor out right now that he was held out of walkthroughs yesterday because he is being traded. They're seeking a trade of Jamie Collins. And I'm going to give you this tidbit too before it comes out. They are going to cut him if they don't trade him. You heard it right. You heard it from here. Dan Campbell says he don't want no turds. And I hate to say this, Jamie Collins is a giant, turd. I just don't like his effort. He doesn't want to be here. I think him and Dan Campbell had a talk. This is what I think. And I don't think he wants to be here. So we're trying to move him, get him out of here, get Derek Barnes to start as we've all wanted. His team's young. He's 32 years old. He takes his veteran plays off, and Dan Campbell ain't having that. And I said this a few weeks ago that you know what? Don't be surprised if Jamie Collins gets traded by the deadline. And everybody was like, no, this stuff. But
yeah, Jim, I have to give you the credit. Jim was Nostradamus on this one. And he said it. He's like, Jamie Collins is not a Dan Campbell type of player. He said it plenty of times. And I was like, I was back in that. Remember that the dating show back in the day, Change Your Heart? So maybe he had to change your heart. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get that stuff going. Man, but apparently he hasn't. He wants to play the same way that he's been playing, since he's been here. He's been on the field. You can see the Tim Hortons cup in his hand, or Starbucks or wherever, because he's taking his plays off and just sitting there drinking coffee. Someone said something the other day, and I was like, He was like, I think it had to be 313 JMO, because I watched him yesterday, and he was saying that he actually thought he saw Jamie Collins running away from the play instead of running.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I was like, what? I had to go back and look at that again. But if you look at the effort that he gave, and I tell you, those two plays that stood out to me in Green Bay really, really stood out to me, and it tells you about effort versus ability. And the Alex Anzalone touchdown he gave up to Tunyon, he was right there step for step. He just got to get that coaching and turn his head around so he can make a play on the ball. On the other side of the coin, Jamie Collins didn't even take a good angle. It was like he was jogging toward Aaron Jones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he kind of tapped him on the way in.
Yeah, man, make him feel it. I'd have knocked him on the ground or something. I mean, horrible angles taken.
It's a collision sport, man. That's the plays stop with a collision. 99 point. I don't know numbers on it, but you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I said all that to agree with you. My bad.
Yeah, and Collins is a $2 million cap hit from what I heard. I can't confirm that yet, but I think according to Over the Cap, it's a $2 million this year and or $3 million, and then it's a $6 million next year.
Yeah, $3 million this year. But the cap savings this year is $4 million.
Yeah.
So if your dead cap was 3, savings is 4. Next year is 6.
This year,
that may be the dead cap that may you just be chalking up to the game because, if you don't know, sometimes you take an L, you take a loss, you can be losing money. You say, I chalk it up to the game. But sometimes you just got to chalk it up to the game. Yeah. I think this is a situation where the Lions just may say, hey, we go chalk it up to the game.
Farewell, Jamie Collins. You on your way out there. If that's what you wanted, you gonna get it. Let's see how hard he plays wherever he lands, and see if it was just like that, he just ain't want to be here. So
I mean, but here's my thing: you're not doing yourself any favors as an aging veteran in the NFL. You're already long in the tooth for a linebacker, especially an inside linebacker in the NFL. Your lack of effort is not helping you build a case for another team to sign you.
Except New England.
Except New England, because he'll go up there and they'll always bring him home.
They will. All right. If you like the content here, please give us a like and ring the notification bell so that every time that we have something new coming out, you'll know when it comes out. So what we got right now is Curt's news and rumors. What do you got for me, Curt?
All right. So I was listening to a friend of the show's podcast, Jeremy Reisman, over there. I was listening to those guys over at Prowl Detroit, their podcast, and they were talking about the Lions run game. And they said the Lions can actually run the ball when they're not behind, right? So you don't get behind where they have to throw the ball. The guys can actually run the ball. And that's true. If you look at our running game, the running game could be very effective if we stick with it, but don't make it a crutch. So if we have a good balance and we run the ball, if we establish the run, that's going to make Jared Goff's job back there much easier, especially inside forward field, where he can do the play action pass and get the ball, into the short, intermediate routes and take a deep shot when he has the opportunity. But it's going to be predicated on starting the run I get it. I don't want it to be where we lose our identity. We lose what we have with exception of our identity. I said this before. So don't just rely on the run and to just rely on the run as an identity and you lose your tools that you have in your tool bag. So don't just run the ball, and then you forget to pass it because the run game predicates a good play action pass game, which is built for Jared Goff. That's his toolhouse. This is wheelhouse. I mean, so he does very well in that. But if you go out there and establish the run, you have the offensive line to do it. We've seen it. Those guys are some maulers up front. Jonah Jackson. If you get definitely the young fella Penei Sewell, you can run to that left side. You can run right behind Fred Ragnow. And Big V, I mean, he's a mauler himself inside in the interior. I wouldn't run outside next to Matt Nelson unless I had another tight end out there or something like that. You're gonna have to bring some help to run out to run off tackle with Matt Nelson. But I wouldn't have a problem running outside of Penei Sewell because that guy, he can roll great, and there's no problem with what do you call that? Making sure that you can throw swing passes and out of the backfield screens. I would do all of that on Penei Sewell's side. Or even when they pulled him to the right side during the first game of the season versus the 49ers. That was a very good scheme. So we can run the ball effectively. Just don't forget that you have other tools in the tool bag. But they made some good points. It got kind of lost in translation in the second game because Jared Goff was our leading rusher. You never want that with a guy who's not that mobile. But if we actually use our run game effectively, we could be very good. We have two backs that lead our tops in the league up there in yards after contact. I mean, these guys are breaking tackles left and right. I mean, and they're getting up the field. They're going 4 or 5 yards a clip when they run the ball. But you just have to do it effectively. You have to run the ball smart. And please, Anthony Lynn, call a good balanced game for once because you're going to need it versus the Ravens defense.
Well, like Jared Goff, I liken Jared Goff to Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. If I only had a defense. But anyway, because if we had a defense and we could stop somebody, there wouldn't be so much pressure on this offense to continue to score and score and score and score. That's the problem. I think that's the problem. We were on schedule in that game before the rains came and Jared Goff had tiny hands cough, couldn't hold on to the ball. But the most part of this whole problem is the defense. They can't stop anybody. They're not getting off the field on third downs and give our offense back the ball so we can methodically drive down the field again, because that's what we will be good at. Yeah. You watch the makings of this team. If we have a good running game, we have the good screen game, we have a good tight end, and we can dink and dunk all the way down the field and take up 7 minutes, 8 minutes off the clock, and then the defense can stop somebody, we're going to win. We're going to win a lot of games with that formula, but we need that defense to stop somebody, anybody.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, to echo both of you guys' great points. To go with Curt first, the run sets up the pass, of course, even with ish. That's what I believe football should be anyway. That's, I guess, my philosophy. But I think that Anthony Lynn should call a better game this time around. A more balanced game with one thing is, even if we're down, don't necessarily, give up on the run. It kind of seemed like once, I understand it, but like if we are down, you kind of gotta keep it there because that's what keeps our offense on schedule. That's what keeps our offense rolling. So, don't forget about that point. Even if we are down, don't abandon it. I don't think we've abandoned it too much this year so far, but just don't forget about it. I forgot what I was gonna say. So, run that.
That's okay.
But no, just like you said, keep them guessing. We have entered that, whole conversation of eye candy as well. We move some guys around. We moving pieces. We swinging guys. We're doing a lot of things that I've always said, why don't we do things like this? So our offensive line plays aggressive and they go forward. So I'm expecting that this game.
Yeah, I think that it's just, honestly, this defense is so bad that we have to get some stops. Okora has to get to the quarterback. We have to start making plays. We're not making plays. We're just not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're getting some turnovers and things like that, but we are not a team that can get down to another team by 2 touchdowns. I mean, we had a fluke the first game, I think, but no. Mm-mm.
I got a quick question, and I just because it just came back up to me. One of you mentioned it earlier, just about how Tunyon did us, and he did. But like, what was the difference between the 2 games? Because Kittles didn't kill us, but Tunyon did. So like, what's the
they exploited the matchup? I think that was the issue. Devontae Adams.
That was the issue because they had to take Devontae Adams out. They couldn't. They were concentrating on taking Kittle out, but in this game they were concentrating on Devontae Adams. I think.
Gotcha.
Because that's how Deebo Samuel ate, because they were taking out Kittle.
Yep.
In the first game, so that's how the Deebo Samuel got all his yum yums on the defense.
Oh gosh, he got a Lunchable.
Oh man! Hey, if you like the video, share the content. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be a part of the movement to 10,000. Get on the bus, Gus. Get on this train, Wayne. Ride this thing for us to 10,000 followers, man. We really appreciate you being part of Prowl Nation. And go over and check us out on the new Lions Nation Unite app. That's your one-stop shop for Lions fans. Very interactive. You can hang out virtually with Lions fans from all over the place. So you can go over there and check it out. You can download it on your app store. You can Google it, Android, or LionsNationUnite.com.
Yeah. Now, if you now we've got LL Cool Tawrence's news and rumors topic for today. Yeah, I'm struggling a bit today. It happens.
That was a little silly. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We all good. So my news and rumors topic for today is offense versus defense, but I really want to focus on our offensive line versus their defensive line. Of course, historically, the Baltimore Ravens, as we've already mentioned on this show, on defense, they're usually just pretty good. They find guys, if they lose a pass rush, they usually find another one. They lose a run stopper, they find another one. Whatever the system is, they just keep it rolling. But not for those guys, but good for us. They're a little beat up. Our offensive line has been playing pretty good. They've been giving Jared Goff clean pockets to just go out there and make popcorn with or do whatever he's been doing. But I really think that I think our O-line should be feeling pretty good about this matchup. They will be seeing the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and that's the rookie Owe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So far, I just looked around real quick. So far, our favorite grading system, Pro Football Farce, had him rated out at 80.4. But he only had 4 tackles, 1 sack, a big forced fumble though, and a big quarterback hit that led to interception. But you know, we got, I don't know how many matchups or how many times we'll get to see this matchup, but we may have the equalizer for that guy and our own rookie. You know, Penei Sewell, he's been graded so far around a 70. They got him at 70.1 over there. And he's only had one penalty this whole season and no sacks allowed. So I really like that matchup. I think that with Brandon Williams being hurt, and Derek Wolfe being hurt on their side, that could really, really, really help us in the run game. We just got to do it. We got to actually get around to it and hope that the backups ain't feeling like being stars on Sunday.
Yeah, like Green Bay.
Right. So what do you guys feeling about that matchup?
That defensive line, I mean, our offensive line has been handling their own. So I can't say that they haven't. But, you know, as long as we stick with our guns and, you know, and like you said, kind of mix it up, but give some eye candy on our side of the ball. Maybe we can get those guys biting. And if, you know, their illustrious rookie is out of the game, they'll definitely exploit that matchup. There's one guy they have over there who I think he's a little overrated. I'm not really sold on Wolf. You know, that guy, he's a little aged on that defensive line, and I think we can exploit that matchup. You stick that young fella out there, Penei Sewell, I think he can go over there and road grade that cat. So
I think he can handle him.
He's been hurt this year, so
some matchups.
You know, if
I don't know if he's in or not. I think
that's what I'm saying. If he might be out as well, but Matabike, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, 92 on their side. I liked him. I liked him when he came out of college. He's he's solid, man. He's in my mind. Whenever you hear me talk about Levi, I kind of see him like he's an ass kicker. If that can make some. If I could say that here, but we also, you know, you always got to pay attention to Calais Campbell. You know, he a big dude, old or not. It's a guy you got to pay attention to.
Yeah,
you know, he's a force in the run game and pass game. So, but I like our matchup overall. I really like our matchup.
I don't mind, just run between Sewell and Jonah Jackson. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole I like.
I think that our that matchup, our O line versus their D line is pretty. I mean, that's a pretty good matchup. I mean, it's pretty. You know, it's kind of strength on strength. The issue is on the other side of the ball is their offense versus our defense, and I don't think it's their offensive line versus our defensive line. It's their tight ends and their running backs versus our linebackers. So that's going to be
over the middle, the center of the field. You know that, and to the sidelines, a little out routes and stuff. That's what we get killed on.
Yeah, but you know what's that old saying? I think that with the young injection of youth and the young fella coming into the lineup, I said it before in the beginning. I said, hey man, help is on the way, and I think it's going to be good. And I think once we get him good in there and get him established and get him some more reps. Because I kind of equated to Penei Sewell, where he's getting the reps and he's getting the experience, right? So he's getting that experience. It's same with the young secondary. They're getting that experience and you know they're learning the league. We got to do that for Derek Barnes because he's as good as we think he is. He's not going to be experienced. He's still going to be green if we sit him out most of the year playing behind some guys who really don't deserve the playing time.
And I'm going to say this right now before it happens again. Anthony Pittman is going to be biting at Anzalone's heels.
Oh, dang. I thought you were going to say biting kneecaps.
Not his kneecaps. No, we only do that to other teams.
No, not at Anzalone. I thought you were going to say he's going to be out there on the field
clipping at his heels. Because those two guys play well off each other.
Yeah, they do.
They just have a chemistry. And sometimes, green dot or not, you know, effort or not, sometimes when you have that chemistry, you need to put those guys together because they work well in tandem.
I think you would switch the green dot over to Barnes and then you put Pittman on the other side. I think that's what would happen. But I think Pittman's been a star on special teams. Him and Jalen Reeves-Maybin, we kind of forgot about. But boy, is he been. Those guys are really good. They're not giving up too much in the kick returns and all that stuff. They're very, very good. So, I mean, just an opinion, but I mean, if this season kind of goes the way we think it's going to go, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of him.
Yeah, because when they played in the preseason and he was in the lineup when the other guys weren't playing, he had the green dot on his helmet. He was the play caller when he was in on defense. So I can see it going that way, Jim. I agree to 100%. Hey,
we have a pain train today. The pain train is back today.
The pain train is back today. And let's get ready to get on this thing because, my goodness gracious, that thing right there, it just may be a little bit long for us today. So let's get on this pain train. Choo, choo. All right. My man, Tyrell Williams is still out with a concussion. No walkthrough for him on Wednesday. Trey Flowers, the edge rusher, two injuries. Count them. You know what I'm saying? He two for one. Shoulder and a knee. No walkthrough for him yesterday. Jamie Collins, we talked about this earlier. He was getting held out of practice. He may be getting out of Dodge real soon. I love this injury. Trey says getting out of Dodge. My goodness gracious. All right, man. Swifty was limited with a groin injury in the walkthrough. Khalif Raymond again with a thigh injury. Michael Brockers, that shoulder injury. He has that big old brace on there. So I think this is going to be whatever's going to be the whole year. Kevin Strong still being limited with the concussion protocol.
At least he's back.
Finally, you got the big fella, Romeo Okwara, again with a shoulder limited through the walkthrough. You looked at that. I think it's still the same as kind of last week, except for Trey Flowers, where he may not play in this game just because of the fact that he has those two injuries not looking good for the big fella. But you look at the rest of those guys, I think we're going to be without Terrell Williams, like we said the other day. It's going to be.
He's out.
I think he has a traumatic. It's serious, so he maybe have a TBI where it's going to keep him out for an extended period of time. But I think the biggest thing here is that I think Trey Flowers may miss this game.
The bigger thing is Julian Okwara might be able to play.
Yeah. So we're going
to have some more young fellas, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a youth movement on the defense.
Yeah, man. But that's that pain train, baby. Brought to you right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You know that choo. We don't want to be on that thing. So let's go. If you like this content, like the video, share the video, comment on this thing right here, get us up to that 10,000 subscribers. We really need that thing right there. And we want you to be part of this, march to 10,000. We really want you to be part of the family. We really enjoy it. And we enjoy bringing you this content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it's time for us to do this and talk about what you had to say about yesterday's show. So it's time for the comment cards, baby. Jim, what you got first?
Yeah, Marshall Sumner. This is why Campbell was hired to be head coach of the Lions. He's going to keep the team focused and playing hard, despite the lack of talent leading to what's going to be a lot for this season losses. Once the Lions have talent in a few short years and still play hard, they will be one of the best teams in the entire league. Have patience, Lions fans. I totally agree with this, 100%, Marshall. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the comment.
Yep, I agree, Marshall Sumner. Southwest Alliance, says, not same old Lions, but we need to see changes at inside linebacker. Anzalone is the captain and gives full effort, but he is a proven liability through 2 games. If it were up to me, I'd make it Barnes and Pittman.
I think we're in agreement on this panel.
Yeah, we're all in agreement agreement with you, my man. Thank you for that.
Definitely. Let's talk to Aiden, and I believe that's how you say this name. Make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, it's Aiden. No, I'm sorry, Adam. Adam says 100% agree. Decker was ranked a top 5 left tackle, and Sewell looks great left, but he can play and adapt to right tackle, and we will have one of the best lines in the league for a long time. I think Jim and I have been saying that for a while. Also going forward on 4th and 1 was not a bad call. I agree. I would have liked it to see a run play, but at that time, our offense was moving the ball very well, scoring 3 or 4 possessions, and our defense was not stopping Green Bag at all. We couldn't afford to give them back the ball. Still being down, man. Green Bag, the Pampers, man. You guys are really giving me some good vibes with these nicknames. But I agree. I just think that Jared Goff got locked in on that read. If he would just turned his head, he had St. Brown, and I think he had 3 players on the other side. Swift, St. Brown, and Hawkinson was open on that play.
Yep. Geo Raider says the issue I have with the Decker trade is how many O-linemen did the Lions draft to solidify the O-line, yet they're on other teams now or are backups. Every year, the Lions tend to have a ton of holes to fill, as is due to mainly self-inflicted actions. Running key players out of town, trading good players away, signing proven and past prime players, etc. Keep Decker and Sewell, continue to get hungry players, young or old, on the O-line and across other positions. Don't put holes in the roster that aren't needed.
Absolutely.
I agree with you, Gio Raider. My only thing is, every time we had this conversation, or at least every time I asked a question, it seems like we all agreed that at some point, Penei Sewell is going to play left tackle. So if it's going to happen now or later, and later might not help us as much. That's all. You might get trade him to get a whole lot of things that we actually need to fill some of those holes.
Yeah, but then we create another
Thank you for
hole.
that.
Yeah.
Just doesn't make any sense.
This
to me.
discussion.
You feel it?
All right.
Goes around and around.
KC Bayboy says this Decker Sewell convo is typical same old Lion fan mentality. I don't even entertain it. Decker is a left tackle and Sewell is so talented he will become a great right tackle. Cut our nose despite our face days are over. Totally 100% agree. Absolutely.
What would be more same old Lions than keeping a potential Hall of Fame left tackle playing right tackle?
No, it doesn't. They're tackles. It's not a different position because it is. But if you've got two great tackles, why are you going to get rid of one so that you can have Matt Nelson on the other side? That is just, it's beyond me. I don't understand it.
Okay, Sage Surratt Roberts, he is the member of the Wall of Fame. Sage not longer on the practice squad. Surratt Roberts says, do Ravens have kneecaps? Fun fact, we played the Ravens 5 times total. Only time we beat them was back in 2005. I was in the 8th grade. Wow. That tells me how old I am, because in 2005, man, I had already been in the Army 15 years.
Well, then I hope we see the Ravens nevermore. That's what I'm hoping. So
yeah, but hey, thanks for those comments. We really appreciate that. If you want to get your comment on the show, just comment on the video on YouTube, and we will put them things right here on the show. So we really appreciate you guys giving us your feedback. Jim, what you got?
Man, this has been a fun show so far. And you know what? That quote was from Edgar Allan Poe about the Ravens, about quoting about the Raven, nevermore. Now we come to my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man, Curt.
All right. So dessert with your man, Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites Cookies. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. I am proud to announce that I am running a contest, a trivia contest, for tickets to this week's game.
Yes.
I will have videos. They're already out. The contest started this morning at 10 a.m. and they will end tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. I will announce the winners on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So you got 4 chances to win on those platforms. It's real simple. You answer the trivia question to be entered into a drawing for 2 tickets to the game on each one of those platforms, right? So, and the rules for the contest will be in that platform, but you have to answer the question correctly. You just can't answer anything. You can't answer Mickey Mouse and think you're going to get a chance to win the tickets. You have to answer the questions correctly. Now, these aren't very hard Lions trivia questions, but go over there, answer the questions correctly on one of those platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under my account, and you can have a chance to win 2 tickets to see the Ravens play the Lions on Sunday. And the winners will be announced Saturday morning on each one of those platforms. Will have the winner will be announced, and it will give you the instructions on how to get your tickets to the game. So good luck, everyone. We appreciate you playing right here. And that contest is brought to you by, you know who it is, Team 84, baby. Lions Nation Unite is sponsoring that for us right over there. So we're going to have a chance for you to get some tickets to go over there and win free tickets to the game on Sunday. I know you guys can't wait for that. Hey, and you know how much it costs. It's free. And if you need more free, it's $3.99 and 53 cents right there. So caution nothing. Go over there and answer the questions. Be a part of that trivia contest for each one of those platforms, and to get a chance to win tickets to the game. Brought to you by Lions Nation Unite.
Also brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So we're trying to get you those tickets as well. Final thoughts for today is, man, this game's going to be a tough game. It's going to be tough sledding, but you know what? This is a year of watching our players develop. So let me tell you this. Hopefully Derek Barnes gets the start, and I'm absolutely wanting to watch him throughout this game and seeing his development. We might have some Julian Okwara sightings too. I don't know that for sure, but hey, who knows? We're going to be a little light at edge rusher, it looks like today. Tomorrow is Free for All Friday, so make sure you mark that on your calendars. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be live on Free for All Friday. You never know who's going to show up. And that's my final thoughts for today.
My final thoughts for this Thursday pre-Ravens game. Let's get a win, man. Go out there, play hard. Let's get a win. Don't let it seem like you can't win. If you start to think that you can't win, you won't win. Let's go out there. Let's get Lamar to cough up the ball a couple of times. Yes. Let's figure out if the Ravens got kneecaps or not, and let's bite them off.
Yeah,
loves the kneecaps.
Yeah, my final thoughts for the day. My in-laws, don't call me with that crap. Don't call me with that crap. Don't call me with that crap. But I want to acknowledge who I have found out who is my biggest fan of this show, who watches me all the time, and it's my baby granddaughter Spencer. She watches this show all the time. Every time she hears "What up, though," she turns her head and she looks for her pawpaw on the show. So my daughter said, "Yeah, awesome. She's your biggest show." She always watches it, and they got my son-in-law's ordering the "What up, though" shirt so she can see her pawpaw on the shirt and say, "What up, though." So that's my thing. That made my heart warm yesterday when she's your biggest fan. She always watches you. We play the videos for her all the time, and she really, really enjoys it. And she knows, she looks every time your voice is coming out of the TV. So, shout out to the family. But Spencer, hey, Papa loves you, baby, and thank you for watching.
Man, this has been such a good show. It's been a fun show, guys, going back and forth about what's going to go on with our Lions versus the Ravens. But you know what? You got one more thing to do today. You know what that is?
Yeah, I got to go to the Wall of Fame.
No, two more things.
Yeah, let's get this thing going. We got the bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, the Latino Leo. Yes. We got Brian Stover. Hey, man, I interacted with him the other day. Hey, what's up, Brian?
Yeah, me too.
Bo Gagrius, Justin 10K, Sage, we're going to change this name. Surratt Roberts, Subsy, Trap City Boys Entertainment, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman. We have Crystal Wiley, Bubba Bo, John Kapler, Art Allen, the Flintstone himself, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo? And David Anderson. The silver members we have Nomus J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold. That signals is in the sky for the Batman of the 313 is coming to say today. Man, maybe you get us some defense. John Martin, the tornado, the F5 flow through the building. And we got a Go Lions. We have our gold members. We have Mr. Reliable. Michael Huck is always in the building. Yes. Just in the D. Pride 74. Doug Prince 72. Turner C. Burley, the inspirational one, was rocking a sweet Lions jersey on the Gold Members meeting yesterday. We have Dominic Davis, Larry McQuiston, Bob Korowski. We got Big Ferg himself, the writer extraordinaire. Matthew Ferguson is definitely in the building. Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, the Gridiron Blitz, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken. Hey, brother, you stay safe out there on those roads. And the doctor, Dr. Detroit, is always in. To join the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, so now we can go to the end of the show since, I messed up the format, which is fine. Hey, whatever. It's our Friday here, really, because we have Free for All Friday tomorrow. So, Curt, take us home, man.
Hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home. for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, check us out over there at DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Like I said, Matthew Ferguson does an outstanding job over there on that site, writing some great articles. His content is very well written, and the guy's just good. This guy's a phenomenal writer. So go over there and check it out. And you can go over to LionsOnTheProwlShop.com and get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. You know, Jim's rocking that Lion on the Prowl family shirt like he always does. To me, today it's the kneecap bite warning shirt. You can see it behind Jim, but I got mine on today on camera. We have so many shirts over there to get yourself some gear for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com and be a part of Prowl Nation if you're going to get some Lions gear. Now, I switched hats this week. Today, I'm rocking the home version of the 2021 sideline caps, and it's just a good thing to do. You know, I love getting my stuff from Fanatics, and you get a 20% discount every time you do an order. So click the link in the description. It helps us grow the content of this channel because, you know, a little bit of that money from that sale comes right over to us to help us with this content. Check us out at Lions Nation Unite. That is your one-stop shop interactive website app for Lions fans. You get to hang out with Lions fans just like yourself, chat it up from all over the globe. And then every now and then, Lomas Brown might pop his head in, or Herman Moore might pop his head in, and you never know who's going to be in those chats over there. So go over there and check it out. And some of the biggest Lions content creators are over there as well. And welcome to the fold. My dude, Everything King, is now a verified contributor over there on Lions Nation Unite. What up, King? Hey, man, we appreciate you joining the team, my dude. And, you know, you got Dose of Dion and so many more others over there. And, of course, you got us because, you know, we got us, Detroit Lions on the Prowl. We over there, too. So go over there and check us out on Lions Nation Unite. It is Thursday. Man, we on the downhill slope. You know what tomorrow is? It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's the weekend. It's almost here. So keep grinding it out. So you know what you got to do right now. You know, you gotta get this napkin and crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and I will holla at you real soon.